If I met that woman I spoke to that day, I would tell her that that scared and suicidal 17-year-old girl is so grateful to be alive today. My name is Rachael. I'm 24 years old and I share my story to give other people hope. I grew up in a broken home. On Christmas Day, I remember going for a walk and hearing all the families in the different houses and like smelling the food that they're cooking and just thinking how much I wanted that. And it made me realise that, I didn't have a dad and I didn't have a house and I didn't have this homely environment that was supportive. I was being abused and I couldn't tell anyone that I'd actually started to starve myself. And anorexia gradually started to attach itself to my life. I remember one night, my sister looked at me and she said, "Rach, I can see your spine. You need to acknowledge that there's something wrong." And it was the last thing I wanted to do. I found myself struggling with depression and self-harm. I couldn't get rid of these thoughts of suicide. They tortured me. They went around and around in my head. And so one day, when I was 17, I got on a bus and I went to a park and I sat in this park by myself. I thought, this is it. I'm gonna take my life. This is where it's gonna end. But there was just this niggling bit of doubt in my mind that maybe I shouldn't. Somehow I remembered Lifeline's number and I dialed 13 11 14 into my phone and a woman answered. That phone call just was a lifeline in such a dark place in the middle of a park when I was completely alone and I had no one to reach out to. I got on a bus and I went home. When I was a teenager and going through depression, I actually met my husband, Tom.
To be honest, we were probably worlds apart as far as, how we looked and personality-wise and stuff like that. But I suppose I could tell straight away from seeing Rach a lot more to her than of what people saw, and I kind of saw a potential in her. I can look back and sort of think maybe I would have never met my wife if she hadn't made that phone call to Lifeline.
I started to become more creative, and it was just this outlet where I could put whatever I felt onto page. And the colours and the textures, I could use it all to express how I was feeling. And my paintings just show this journey of going from darkness into light. And I love that about art. It tells a story, and it tells my story of hope. I always say that a perfect life is a messy one, and I've came to embrace and accept my family and my background and my struggle, but also joy and hope and the good things in life. So Christmas is so different now. Tom and I share every Christmas together, and it's so full of connection and hope and everything that it wasn't when I was little. Lifeline helped me find light in my darkest moment. Please donate to Lifeline's Christmas Appeal and help make spirits bright this Christmas season.